Hey, Scott Russell, little Monday morning thought here. I was just thinking about change and how many of us don't like change and resist change. And some change needs to be resisted. But I just want to encourage today that if you're one of those people that has a very scripted life, you don't have a lot of change, you don't have a lot of things that differ from day to day in your life, then be open to it, because you can either be one that sees problems or you can be one that sees solutions. And every time something comes that's a little bit left field or is requiring a response, then it's very easy to become negative, very easy to look at the negativity of it instead of often seeing that there's a blessing hidden in that thing. And so what we're seeing here in the world with things coming apart and the attack on our ways of life, it's very confronting, very disturbing, very uncomfortable for many people. Fear of the future, fear of where's this all going, what are they going to do, is there a mark of the beast? And a lot of those things are stuff that you can't really affect a huge amount, but you can affect your world, and you can have your world at peace. And I've been in some very troubled situations as far as not knowing where my next meal was coming from when I was, at times in my life, and not knowing where I would sleep that night with my children and my family. And it, there was always an answer. And when I got caught up in the drama of it, when I got caught up in the fear, when I allowed anxiety to get onto that, then the answer still came, but I sure didn't enjoy the journey. And so now when things come that are a bit left field, I just step back and I kind of look and go, okay, there's obviously a reason for this. And maybe I need to change. Maybe I need to see some differences in my life. And maybe that's you. There's things that are changing in your life. Your financial status might be changing. Your home, whether or not you can keep your home, your job, whether or not your job's still going to be there and you're uncertain about that, your car, your husband or your wife or your children, and maybe your marriage is falling apart or a relationship that's not what it should be. And you're looking and trying to control things that are really out of your control. And I know it's very easy to try to control things hoping that they don't change, but often change is needed. Often change is needed. And I look back at some of the most pivotal things in my life that I've tried to hold on to, and in trying to hold on to it, I pushed it away. And so I kind of live by that thing now, that especially with relationships and really with everything, if it's, I release it, I let it go. And if it's something that's for me, if it's something that's godly, if it's something that's right, it'll come back. And that's so with relationships. Often, some people, you get to a point in your life, there's no real, because relationships are never static. They either go down or they go up. They're never static. And if you sit in a relationship that's headed in a direction that you're not comfortable with, you have to address it. And so for me, I've walked away at times and kind of gone, well, this needs to have some time for people to address, the other person to address, or me to address things in my life. And if it's right, it'll come back around. But to release and to let go, it's not easy, is it? I mean, with anything in life, because we all like control. We all like to know what's going to happen. What's going to happen now? What's going to happen tomorrow? Is everything going to be all right? We don't know. The World Economic Forum and the things that are going on here, I personally think we are on the launching pad to a mark of the beast. I personally don't see things. I think we'll have small improvements. People get encouraged about the COVID vaccine that, they've pulled this one off the market and then they've done this. But I look at it and go, it's all just a distraction. It's getting people thinking that they're winning, but they're not winning. These men are doing and women are doing evil in the background. They have a plan to crash our economy. So right now, while you're still able, while the gun's not in your back like it could be, learn how to adapt. Let some little adaptations happen. I was that guy, and before I left Australia, I never wanted to leave Australia. I wanted to stay in the one house the rest of my life. Never travel, never wanted to go to the US. I had no interest in going to the US. And now I'm a US citizen, and now my life is pretty fluid in the way it goes. And So stay strong, let those little changes happen, and embrace it and see. And follow the peace. For me, like I've told you, my relationship with Jesus, the peace that's in there, I follow the peace. If I lose the peace, I stop. Some, we could say intuition. Follow that intuition that's in you. And don't ever push past that, because that's, I think, where you meet God in your life, and the voice that's independent of you that's showing you the way. So God bless you. Stay strong and keep going, because you can win in yourself no matter what happens in the world around you.